Hello, my name is Wasim Siddiqui and I am in Cisco DNA Engineering Group. Cisco DNA Center is a controller for your network and applications. It provides a one-stop shop for network automation, observability, and programmability. Today, I will discuss how you can use the Issue Dashboard feature of Cisco DNA Assurance to monitor your network problems. So what is the Cisco DNA's Issue Dashboard? It is a feature that provides a centralized view of your network issues, allowing you to quickly identify, diagnose, and resolve problems. This dashboard provides a real-time view into your network problems. The dashboard also offers insights and recommendations to mitigate these problems and optimize your network performance. It is actually one of our most popular features. I will walk through the Issue Dashboard features in two separate videos. The first video will cover the basics of the Issue Dashboard, while the second video will cover the more advanced features of the Issue Dashboard. In the first video, we will see how you can use the Issue Dashboard in your day-to-day work to quickly identify the problems happening in your network, to prioritize them, and to work on them. We will go through the time and location filter, the trend line information, as well as the issue table. We will then dive into one of the issue in detail and see the data that is provided there for you to understand and troubleshoot that particular problem. In the second set of video, we will go through how you can customize these issues for your particular environment. You can enable or disable these issues, change priorities, or in some cases change the threshold of these issues. You can even customize these issues differently for each site. You will be able to define your own set of issues based on an incoming syslog pattern. We will see also how you can enable notification for these issues so that you can be notified in real time when these problem happens via these mechanisms. You will be able to add comments and notes for your reference in the issue detail itself. And we will also cover a few other topics. So let's get started on some of the more advanced features of the Issue Dashboard so you can make better use of this feature in your day-to-day work. We will start off with the issue customization so that these issues are more relevant to your environment. Let's click on the burger menu, assurance, issues and events is where the issue dashboard is. The issue customization is in the issue settings page here. Click on this. So this is our issue settings page where you can customize different aspects of the issue. Let's see what we hear. We'll go through some of these things in a little more detail. Let me just walk you through some of the information in the table. This is the issue name. Issue resolution. As we discussed last time, you can resolve the issue. There's two mechanisms. You can manually change the status of the issue to resolve, or the DNA Center itself will detect the conditions for the issue, that the issue has been resolved, and it will automatically move the status of the issue to resolve status. You don't have to do it manually. That is what is called auto resolution. We support some of the issues for auto resolution, not all of them right now. Enable, this tells you the current setting in terms of customization. So far we have default. When it was last modified, the subscription column is the notification column. For example, some of these, it has not been subscribed, and for example, this one, it has been subscribed using the WebEx channel. We will go through this as well in more detail. So let's look at one of these issues, the first one, for example. So here you have two different types of customization you can do. You can enable or disable the issue. You can disable it, for example, if you don't feel the issue is relevant in your network. You can change the priority. If you do not like the default priority that we have chosen, you can change the priority to whatever you feel is appropriate for your environment. So that's your basic customization, enable, disable, and the priority. So let's now customize the triggers for some of these issues. Let's choose the high CPU issue. Let's pick the router experiencing high CPU utilization. So by default, we trigger this issue when the CPU utilization goes above 95%. You can change the threshold. You can make it, for example, 98%. So now the issue will only trigger when the CPU goes above 98%. So some of these KPIs, some of these issues are also part of the device health. We would like them to be synchronized. For example, in this case, you've changed the issue trigger to be 98%. You would also prefer the health score value to be also changed to 98%. So this checkbox, keep it synchronized. So the health score will also go bad if CPU utilization goes above 98%. So it keeps it in sync. If you do not want to keep it sync, you can uncheck this box. So that's your trigger customization. Let's go back. Now, this is what we call global profile. Any customization you do here applies globally throughout all your sites. You can also customize these issues on a per site basis. For example, let's say you are responsible for a site San Jose. Let's pick an example. And you want different settings to be applied to San Jose. You can create a custom profile. So let's create a custom profile. You add a profile. Let's call it San Jose profile. It is creating the profile right now. And once it has created it, you can modify the various issues for that site. So we've created the profile. This is the profile created. And now you have to assign a site to that profile. Which site does this profile apply to? So let's click on the assign site here. Let's apply to San Jose. So now San Jose site has been, will be using this profile. The reason why it says 30 sites is San Jose has buildings and floors within it. So that's why it's showing you 30 sites. Now let's say you would like to modify this for San Jose. Let's go to switch. Let's say you change the priority for the CPU to be high CPU for switch to be 91%, and let's say you want to lower it to 93%. Apply. There you are. So you can see switch expressing high utilization has been changed to P1, and it is a custom profile setting. And you can hit up done. There you are. You've got a San Jose profile that applies to 30 sites, and this has been created. You can check it again. So these are all the issue settings that applies to San Jose profile. By default, it has inherited all the global values, and you have made changes on top of that. So you can do a search on CPU, which is what we had modified the switch. It's still showing up as P1. And we can click on it and see it's still showing as 93%. That's what we had changed. So you can go ahead and edit it as well, or you can delete it if you want to delete it in the future. So this way you can create customization for different sites. So that's what you call custom profile. So we have another feature called user-defined issue. This feature allows you to create your own issue based on a syslog pattern. Let's remove the search here. Let's create an issue. So this is the workflow to create your own issue. Click on create an issue and create a user-defined issue based on syslog details. Now let's say we want to create a BGP adjacency change issue. So let's give it a name, BGP change issue. Description, let's say trigger an issue when BGP adjacency change happens. And this is the syslog we want to use to trigger the issue as a reference. So let's fill out the details. There is some help, informational help for you to understand what to fill out. So severity, BGP adjacency change 5 is the severity. So let's choose notice 5 notice. So for the facility, in this case, it's BGP is the facility, and we auto fill for you as well. BGP, we found a BGP. Mnemonic, that's your ADJ change is the mnemonic. So let's type that in, and we've found it in our list. Selected. So this has been set up. Let's click on next. Here we have to fill out a message pattern. Again, we have some detailed information here that will help you to configure this. Basically, the idea here is because a particular syslog, there can be multiple type of patterns within that syslog. We want to understand what is your intention. For example, in the BGP adjacency change syslog, you can get a neighbor down message or you can get a neighbor up message. So which one are you interested in? As you can see, you can star things out that you want us to ignore. So in this example, we would like to create an issue when the neighbor goes down. So let's type that pattern. And since the IP address, we want to trigger this issue for any neighbor, we are going to star the IP address. So this is our syslog message. Now, then there are some criteria that you can set up. Do you want the issue to be triggered when we see one type of this pattern, one occurrence of this pattern, 2, 3? How many occurrences would you like to see? In this case, for example, I would like to trigger an issue as soon as I get this message. So I'll keep occurrence 1 and I'll say duration within 1 minute. I can set my priority for this. Let's say I want this to be a P2 issue. I will enable it and then I save it. And there you are. We have just created a new issue. Now, due to this user-defined issue, whenever I see that BGP adjacency change neighbor down syslog, we will trigger an issue that will show up in the issue dashboard. This is what we call user-defined issue. We support a huge range of syslogs that is supported in this feature. If you do not find the syslog that you care about or you would like to see, please let us know. Let's look at notification of these issues. What that feature allows you to do is you will be notified via various channels when the issue gets triggered. This will help you get a real-time notification, and so you do not have to be monitoring the dashboard all the time. As you can see on the top right-hand corner, Manage Subscription. This is where you can click to manage your subscription and notification. It creates actually a separate tab. It opens a separate tab for the notification section. And this is the workflow that you can use to create notifications for various issues. As you can see, you can also go to this page. You can go to that page via this link, or you can go directly to that page from the burger menu, go to platform, and go to developer toolkit. That will also bring you to this page, platform developer toolkit. So let's create a notification for our use. Click on create new. All right. Step 1 is to select site events. You can create a notification for specific sites only. For example, you can create a notification just for the San Jose site, maybe because you are the network admin responsible for San Jose. So you do not want to get notification for issues happening, say, in Boston. So let's do that. Let's select a site. You can make it global, so you will be notified for all issues, or we can make it just San Jose specific. There, San Jose. So, and you can select multiple sites here. Now, which issue would you like to be notified? Let's just pick one up. Let's say AP coverage hole. When there's an AP coverage hole issue detected, I would like to be notified. Click on this. These are the various channels we support for notification. REST API, syslog, email, WebEx Room, or PagerDuty. Click on next. Now I have a choice on the channels to select. Let's, for the sake of an example, let's choose the WebEx channel. What this channel allows you to do is when the issue is detected, it will send a message to that WebEx room. So if you have your team monitoring that WebEx room, whenever the issue is triggered, a message will be sent to that room, to that WebEx room, and your team can monitor that room and respond to that alert. So let's select WebEx, and you can choose email, PagerDuty, or REST, or even syslog. Let's click next. So it's asking you, the WebEx URL, the WebEx room ID, etc. I can choose, this is a pre-configured one for this example, but you can choose your own. You can create a new instance or existence. So that's basically, I'm going to cancel out here. So that's basically how you can create a notification. So if I go back, so once you've created that, that will show up in the subscription column. For example, we have earlier created a notification, a WebEx notification for the interface connecting network devices down issue. So you can see which issues you've subscribed and which issues you have not subscribed. That's basically your notification feature for issue dashboard. Let's walk through another feature, adding comments and notes to the issue. Let's go back to the issue dashboard. Assurance, issues, and events. Let's pick one issue. Let's go radio down 6 gig. Yeah, we actually have a pop-up here explaining the new feature. So in the issue detail, you can see this icon. This is where you can add any type of note you like. Click on this, add note. Opened. So let's open an internal case 123 and assigned it to John for follow-up. There you are. I've just created a note for my reference so other team members can also see what has happened. If someone has looked at it, it's been signed. This is a free-form text that you can add. So you will be able to see this. Once you've created this note, you will also be able to see this over here. As a summary, you can see the notes column here. So if there's a note, it is a filled out paper icon. You can hover above it to see it. And this is obviously empty. This is what we call the notes feature for the issue detail. In the basic video of the issue dashboard, we had talked about changing the status of the issue. I just want to quickly point that out. Status, there it is. You can manually change the status of this issue to either resolve or ignore. Resolve will automatically move this issue from the open issue dashboard to the resolve issue dashboard. That section can be found here. Open resolve tab. These are all the resolved issues. These are all the ignored issue. And let's go back to all the open. Now we have covered the issue in the issue dashboard. One thing to note is that these issues can also be found in their relevant Device 360 page. For example, radio down 2.4 gigahertz. This is an AP issue. So you are seeing this issue on the issue dashboard. If you go to the AP 360 page, here's my device. Let me right click and go to the AP 360 page here. It is loading up that AP 360 page, and you can see that issue 2.4 gig radio 0 is down on this AP. It is also found on the Device 360 page. So you can access that problem from the issue dashboard or from the Device 360 page as well. Let's go back to the issue dashboard. Finally, another feature I'd like to point out that may be helpful for you is what we call the maintenance mode. If you are making changes to a device, it may trigger issues. These issues are not relevant and will just create noise. So what you should do is put those devices in maintenance mode. Let's see how you can do that. Click on the burger menu. Go to Provision Inventory page. This is a list of devices. Let's say you want to do a controller image upgrade. Let's pick a controller here. Action, Inventory, Schedule Maintenance. This is the window that pops up. You can schedule a maintenance window. You can input some text for the reason for this. You can define a maintenance window and save it. What this does is, if you put a device in maintenance mode, we will not be triggering any new issues for that device in that window. We will also not be calculating health for the device in that window, because we expect there to be problems for that device in that time window. The device might go up and down, the device may get connected, disconnected, etc. So this is called the maintenance window for the device. So that is basically the different feature sets that is available for you to use to better customize the issue dashboard feature for your environment. If there's anything you like, if there's anything you'd like to suggest for us to modify or add, please make use of the Make a Wish feature. You can go here, Make a Wish, and you can submit any product feedback that you'd like us to hear, or you can report an issue for us. We monitor this and we respond to it. Thank you. And here are some links for your references to get more information. Thank you.